Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very refreshing watermelon soda, very nice indeed. So welcome back to the game. Previously we were adding in lots of saws and presses and just finishing off this sort of area. There is a lot of work to do in the bakery and we will come back to that, but in this episode we want to focus on the farming down here, which you probably can't see at all. What's probably the best way to highlight it? Deployment? Yeah. So this is the 3 shared areas and this is where we got the farm. There's a slight problem, however, and that's, as you can see, it's that. It just spawns everything. It's just really bad. So what we're going to do is we are going to surround it first. So let's go over to our rooms here and we're going to remove all of that. And then instead we'll go with planning and then walls. Actually, no, it will be fencing technically. And then the fencing is going to go along something like that. I haven't decided exactly where it's going to end, but we'll see. And the internals of this are going to be, well, I'm going to make them objects, but they are basically going to be 11 by some amount, and I haven't yet decided. Probably just max it out, actually. The reason for the 11 is, if we go over to objects, actually no, we'll change that to a, well, might as well actually put it as that anyway, we don't really need to plan it. So I'll remove that, which is fine, and, oh yeah, that's still set. Okay, so over to rooms, and then we've got our vegetable allotment here, which is a width of 11 by, well, it's 11 by 19, so it's a bit of an odd ball, but we can deal with that. Fruit orchard will do the same thing, so it's going to be 11 by 19, and then obviously the farming field as well, which is 11 by 19, and then we're just going to sort of close this off with our... now, we could close it off, or we could have a couple more things in here. Specifically, we do want a pantry. We haven't yet got a pantry. It needs to be needs to be indoors. We haven't got a flower garden, which is minimum size of 5 by 5. So what if we make a flower garden, like say, I don't know, like that, and then we have a pantry, and the pantry is going to be maybe. Actually, I think we'll make the pantry a little bit bigger. We'll have the internals of 5 by something. 5 by. What is it, 5 by 7, that thing? And the flower garden will be a bit bigger. Let's actually make it an internal of 5 by 8. We don't need it that large, I don't think, but it should suffice for our needs. And the flower garden naturally will be extended to that size there, which means we can then have the planning here. I'm just going to unpause it while we work on this one to go across and then down, and there we go. So that's what we're going to have, and then obviously we'll have to have an entrance in somewhere. It might just go there, quite frankly, and that'll be the metal detectors and stuff like that. And the reason why we're having it this size is because if we check the objects out and go down here, all of the automation side of it, so specifically auto harvesters, advanced auto gatherers, etc. The auto harvesters, they gather in basically they have to be placed in the room. It's called room, but obviously we know it's a field. Yeah, it basically cuts out 10. So for places there, it goes all 10 across there. So that'll be the auto harvester there. So yeah, activates every 6 hours, harvesting all crops with an area of 10. It will be blocked by walls and doors, but we don't have any. We also have an auto gatherer, so it activates to gather and store all ingredients, and we could again place one of those in here. So harvest all crops. Actually, what's the difference between an advanced auto gatherer and an auto harvester? Activates every 6 hours, harvesting all crops in an area of 10 tiles in front. And that one is activates every 10 to gather and store all ingredients. So we may have to have both. It's going to be a bit of a learning experience because I've not actually used the bakery and such, and also the farming stuff. It's not something I've really used a lot of. We've also got the auto scythe, which I don't think we need because we've got the harvester there. We also need a sprinkler, and these ones we can place one there and one there, so that'll sprinkle water on pretty much everything. And then I think that would work. But what we'll do is we'll make one field first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, it's currently night time, and I lied. I said it was going to unpause it, but I hadn't. Let's just remove the tunnels that we found there. And also, I've just realised that this person, I don't know why, this is Sean Turner here, prison number 199159967. We are familiar with this person, and they are starving. I do not know why. I'm going to end punishment because... did that work? Yes, it did. It did, I think. And... Look, they're just not... They're not escorting anyone anywhere. It's very strange. I I'll have to keep an eye on them. I've just moved that person over. We'll see if that works out. All these guys are on break, and it seems to be working, unless they are all stuck. Yeah, it appears that a lot of these people are, for some reason, stuck. I'm just going to move them to see if it's actually doing anything. Like I say, I think we've just got some people, for whatever reason, being a bit stuck there. That person's on break, and if we move them... Yeah, they're still on break. That's still fine. Okay. How strange. I also want to go over to our intelligence and informants. I'm going to activate probably Wayne here. We do have a couple of people of concern. We have ex-law enforcement over here. This is Ian Venning, but we have got a guard assigned to them. We also have, if we check out here, we see that this is unknown traits, which potentially could be an issue, but that's why we're checking out. Similar thing here, that's Turner there. And John Turner, driving under the influence, possession to intent to supply, and previously we've had possession, grievous bodily harm, and rioting. So an habitual criminal, I think one we could say. That's fine. And also another person here. This is John Winner as well. So they're being put in this area. Obviously, it's completely full. We are on 157 prisoners of 144 just because of reasons. But we'll see how we get on. Anyway, over to our walls and doors here, and then to the rusty fence long grass, and we're going to place in the fence here so we can crack on with this. Oh, actually one thing as well. So this is our forestry area, and I was previously saying I couldn't assign someone to it. I think I figured out why, actually. So over to our logistics and prison labour. We cannot assign anybody to that, and yes, we do have forestry labour unlocked. But the forestry needs to be enclosed in order for you to be able to assign someone. It's not there, so this is classed as a bit of a gap. So if we go to rooms, forestry, click, I reckon, yep, we can assign 27 jobs. Required forestry labour, we have got that set up. Naturally, I've mentioned we are going to revisit the bakery in a future episode and fix that. Basically, we're going to pretty much move this wall to about there, and then about 5 times more ovens, and just maximise it with ovens and stuff. That's probably what we're going to end up doing. I'll point out here as well that they'll be able to cut these trees, but they won't be able to harvest them. That's not something they can do because they need access to the delivery area. Now, we could give them access to that, but I'm really not comfortable with it, so we'll hold on for the time being. Okay, over to informants, and we're still waiting for this guy, and... oh, no. It does say they are active. Hang on, where are they? No, they are there. Okay. We have lots of guards available, but we're not able to... Were they activated previously? Right. Oh, here we go. So, we have ex-law enforcement in Venning here. Guard has been assigned. And another one. Federal witness. Eaton. I think they're also assigned. Yes, they are. So it's just the two. It was just the two. That's fine. I'd rather double check than, well, you know, safe than sorry. Oh! Warren Shaw. So they just happened to wander over here, stand around for a second, and are now wandering off. I'm sure there's a totally innocent explanation as to why that's happened. We shall see in a moment. We have a metal detector followed by the checkpoint, and unless they are genuinely innocent, I think they may not have thought of this, so it definitely isn't metal, and they're gonna get checked, and no. Okay, let's search prisoner. I definitely click search prisoner. Yeah, search prisoner. They're not getting searched. How strange. Yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. And, oh, something happened over here. Attack staff, attack prisoner, lockdown, and solitary there. Same thing there. This person's been injured. Curious. Ah, looks like the person over here is being shifted, so that's good. Okay, so we are working... Oh, no, we're not working on the fence, because the fence is in. It's built. Okay. Let's go ahead and work on the vegetable allotment then. So, we need to have a shed. That's the minimum thing we need to have. So, we will place a shed somewhere down the bottom. So, shed. And rotate it so we can see the way in. So we'll place it there. This will require water, so we will need to run that water pipe down and then across for the shed. There we go. I'll take a little bit of time to do that. And then obviously we'll need to work on like the harvesting. I don't think we need all of the auto stuff, but we might as well automate it as best we can. I should also pick up another grant of probably reform. And yeah, hire the farm worker staff member. We will do that in but a moment. We can see the bakery is still up and running, so I'm pretty happy with that. Lots of civilian customers coming through with the same uniforms as our prisoner, apparently. Money it's not been an issue for quite some time in the game, so nothing really to speak of there. Looks like our intake, obviously, is it still open or did I close it? Fill capacity. It's still open, but obviously we're still over capacity, so we'll see how we get on there. In here, it would be of some benefit to put in the metal detector now. You know, bearing in mind that a lot of stuff's going to be nicked. And in terms of the door, I mean, we can see all of this, the people are working in here. So more people working, which is good. Loads of them working, actually. Most of them, when I say working, standing around and not doing much. But anyway, let's go ahead and go for the doors. The door will be a rusty jail door, which will go there, followed by, obviously, the wiring and door servo, which apparently we have copious amounts of, and I don't know why. Power will be required, so we'll run that in like so. Looks like the shed's in as well, so water is... somewhat ironically a problem, because that's the bit of the pipe we need to connect to, and it's the last bit to be installed for reasons. And oh, there's someone wandering around out here. I mean, there might be nicking stuff, there might be you know, flower garden stuff. You may ask yourself, and rightly so, like, why are we putting a metal detector there when they have to go through this? Just a safety precaution, just more chances to detect, and also means that, you know, if it's like smuggled between people and there's some issues, and okay, that is where we do have a problem. We have a throughput issue. We have a throughput issue. Do I need to do something about that? Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. Let's go for wiring here. Just going to connect up the door servo. We've got 15 connections, so it's probably getting overloaded. We might have to look at that as well. Oh, look at them all coming in here. They're all just wandering into the flower garden. Maybe they just want to have a look in the flower garden. But yeah, we're having a throughput issue, so we need to fix that, and we'll need to fix that. Well, I'm going to fix it now. I'm looking at power. Power is actually okay. So what do we want, and how do we want to fix this? It's going to be a similar thing. We're just going to have, you know, we're going to double up on it. So it is a, what's it called? Checkpoint, I think. Checkpoint, yeah, so the checkpoint will go in that way and that way. We'll have the metal detectors, which will go in, was it that way and that way. We will need to put in the, how are we going to do this? Barbed wire. We'll dismantle all the barbed wire here, 1, 2. I think that'll be fine. So 1 and 2. And then we'll need the doors and the fencing as well. I'll put the doors on first just to make it a little bit easier for everybody involved. So there's the doors and the doors. And then finally, walls. It's the rusty fence, long grass, which will go across and across there. And naturally we'll have to put in the flooring, but we'll wait for the other stuff to be placed. Wiring and wiring. I'm just a bit concerned that we are... Yeah, we are running low. we do need some more power. Okay. Wind solar hybrids. Like so. Don't particularly like how close they are to the wall there. What I'm going to do is place that there and that there and just work our way down. Like that. And that really can't fit in very well. Right, we'll place all those. We'll get some more power in. I'm just going to... It's not ideal, but I'm just going to put that in there. Oh. Oh, dear. Ian Venning. Ex-law enforcement getting attacked. Already dealt with. They've got the hands up. We can see that there. So that's fine. Also got an OD who is not ODing anymore. Right. So the vegetable allotment is technically running. We can hire farmers. Farmers will handle all jobs related to farming. They're also required to teach inmates how to perform these jobs. I don't know exactly how many we need, but what I do want is just some more guards. Alright. Looks like all this is pretty much sorted apart from that bit there. So flooring, go down, jungle pathing. Jungle path will go across. Similar thing here and there. Just waiting for this bit to install the door because apparently they got about 98% of the way there and then decided, oh, I'm on break, and then they just wandered off. Deployment, naturally, we'll set back up to staff only there. And, oh, there we go. There is the farmers. I mean, at the moment, they're just clearing the fields. So, this shed is up and running, and we want to do... how do we want to do this? Going green. Basic farming. 4 new room types. Planting crops. So, yeah, they get planted. Alright. Crops can only be grown in the specific rooms and can only grow in the following: dirt, mud, grass, grass corner, and flowery field. So, we have neither of that. So, let's work on that. Mud. What was it again? Let's have a quick look. Dirt, mud, grass. Grass corner and flowery field. But this is not... It is grass. But it's grass long. So I don't know if they can... I don't know if they can farm on that. They're clearing it. And that seems to have worked out. Okay. After the initial cycle of growth can be harvesting, replace these crops can be done by the continuous planting policy. I think we have that on anyway. So, policy. So, natural crops or GM crops. We'll keep it as natural for now. Continuous fertilizer. We're not composting yet. I don't think we will. Farm search frequency. Every 5 days, and continuous planting is on. Alright. Just discovered that one of the teachers we bring in, the inmates, has been struggling in a huge amount of contraband, so we're going to have to do a shakedown again at some point, which is totally understandable. We're actually on negative daily cash flow. Wow, that's something I would have not... that's something I would not have expected. So the farm's in. We do have some flour. Cabbages and other things. I wonder if they are planting on there. Let's do a test. Mud. Prioritise the building of that. Let's see if they're growing that. I don't know if this is going to extend all the way down to the bottom and have it like that permanently. Okay, yeah, so the carrot, potatoes, tomatoes and cabbages we cannot plant in there. So we're going to have to see what we can do. Okay, so it's going to be all of the flooring then, and I think we will use mud for this one, and we're just going to basically max it out, and we'll do the same thing for fruit orchard and for this as well. We could have used other things, like, what did it say? Grass field? Did it say grass fields? Grass corner and grass and flowery field. No, I like the idea of just the mud. Fair enough. And we'll crack on with that one. And then we're going to do some planting. Do we want to split up the rows, though? I'm really not sure. So, we also want to get, like I say, automatic gathering. And that'll be with... Well, we've got the harvester. And we've got the auto-gatherer. So, activates every 6 hours to gather and store ingredients. Whereas the harvester, it says, harvesting all crops in an area of 10 front. Be blocked by walls and doors. So, we'd have to place those in here. So, then we could say, put one there. And then split, like have a gap like that, and then go from there. But do you want to do that? Let's just do one of these for now. Actually, no, I think it'll be 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't even think we'll get another one in there. So we might have to just have 1 row of each. We'll put that in there now. And that is... It's a decent area to gather. You know what? Let's not automate it yet. Let's just do it manually. And we'll put in, say, crops of every 5. Every 5 we'll put a different crop in for now. So, carrots. So it's 5 by 10. Potatoes. 5 by 10. Tomatoes. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Sadly, cabbages like that. So we're going to have fewer cabbages. What we will do, for the sake of automation, vegetable allotment, fruit orchard, farming field. The reason for that is we'll be able to then place the gatherers like that. We'll be able to harvest all of those. Right, so that's a lot of stuff. So it's all going to be brought to the shed because it does store these. I don't know if we need any more carrots. Automatic crop planting. Vegetables and cereal crops will be defaulted and automatically brought back in and replanted after each harvest. Good. That's something we probably want. And do we want more farmers? Probably. But we can set up prison labour on all of that, which if we check out our camera alerts, once again, tacking Ian Venning. He's already been healed up. Nope. Guard response. No, sorry, that one. Okay, fine. So, crops going in. I think we will get... I think we'll get more farmers, but we are going to get rid of several of our workers. Many of them, in fact. So, let's go for programs, staff programs. 15 in the queue, 9 in the queue, 15 in the queue. Over here, workshop safety we're running. We'll do kitchen safety. Carpentry apprenticeships nobody's bothered about. General education nobody's bothered about. Really. A couple of interests here. 3 strikes training, 50 finished. We'll keep that on for now because we're still working on those goals. Farm work safety, 2 are interested. Just 2, but we'll set it going. Yeah, so they're going in. Right, so while they're sowing the crops, we'll double check going green. So, crop benefits. The main benefit using prison-grown ingredients instead of the standard ingredients that they usually deliver. They have a bonus effect when consumed. Inmates who eat fresh ingredients will receive higher effect at their hunger need. Okay. So, we've got farming research. Yeah. So we can get different fertilizers and compost bins and things like that. Yeah. Advanced farming. Crop distribution. It's all pretty much all. It's all working as intended at the moment. We will, however, potentially have narcotic production now because it can come from here. There's the dangers. Yeah, booze ingredient and produced drugs. But there was someone working there. I just saw them. Yeah, there they are. They are working. Watering crops. Okay. Well, that's in. Let's work on the other fields then. I mean, at minimum, we have to have... for the field, we need to have a shed. Like so. And that'll require a connection of water. I can't tell where it is because the shed's not installed yet. I'll wait until it's done. For this farming field, it is... Well, we've got corn, barley, and wheat. Nope. 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 Because we've got no shed. We need the shed in first. Okay. And while we're at it, foundation, more, and reclaimed wood. I can go in there. Followed by the doors, which is going to be a standard door in there. And we're going to have, I think, that as the pantry. I was going to say, looks like the introduction of this was pretty much pointless, because everybody's going through that one, and the ones that have decided to actually go through the bottom one, nobody's staffing it, which means they are getting a free pass. Slow clap for the game. Just speeding it up here, just to work through and get all this sorted. Danger level is increasing, and we haven't really been... Yeah, why is it increasing? There's some needs for exercise and family and things like that. It's going down now, which is good. And we are starting to receive more inmates now as well. Finally, after all this time. I've noticed they all would go at the flower garden. They really like going to the flower garden. So we need to probably do something with that one. There's loads of danger levels going down there. There's been people messaging as well, saying about the reason why our work experience grade is so low is that because we've got a lot of suppressed prisoners, which means they don't really get that that effect. So we'd have to get rid of our armed guards if we want to really get the best out of that. Let's do a tunnel search and we'll see if we can crack on. Wow, they're still not building this. I mean, I did fire 13 workers, I think, but I thought there was enough. Because I'm gonna have to hire a couple more back. I think it's just distance though. Because it's just a long way to the front. There's the tunnel search. And completed, no tunnels found. Not much of a surprise, because the tunnel search often doesn't find much. Hang on. We do have potato plant. Mature time to yield 12 hours. Okay. So there's our farming. Field up and running. Still waiting for the shed. And, oh, there's lots of returned prisoners. That's not good. You never want returned prisoners. It means they've, well, not been rehabilitated. 1, 2, 3 returned prisoners. Right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do what we can there. And the shed is in. We're just waiting for the door. And, well, the other shed. So water. Go there. Water to there. This will be built any second. There you go. And that is going to be set to a pantry. Like so. It just needs to be indoors, which is fine. And they are going to put some lights in. So power. I'll just run in like so. And that should be that connected up. So it looks like we have farming. Farming is working, and we do have the farmers watering them as well, but we only really see their backs. All right, we're going to leave that for now. Oh, good grief. I just realised basic farming, 5 grand. We have almost completed it. We just need to plant some more crops, and then we're ready to go. Excellent. All right, we're going to leave that for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. We have managed to get in all of this, planned it off. Obviously, all of the door servos, metal detectors, increased our checkpoints here just to improve throughput, More green energy, which we are charging up batteries. I guess we're going to be close to green energy goal 9. 64%. That's just to charge batteries. The output of all green power sources will be increased by a factor of 2, which means, yeah, it means a lot to us. So we got cabbage, tomatoes, potatoes, and carrots. Next episode, what we'll do is we'll wait until the harvest is started, and then I'm going to be placing some items to try and automate this. So things like auto gatherers. I will have to remove some crops, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. So things like that, those will go in there. So I believe that harvests it and that gathers it, but we'll have to find out. And we also want some sprinklers in at some point. But again, that's gonna automating it is good, but is it really thematic to this, which is, you know, lots of work, lots of prisoners working? I don't know. We might try it for trying its sake and then see how we get on. Yeah, I think that's a sound compromise at this stage. All right, that's fine. We'll leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. And next episode, we will look at more farming. Hope you have enjoyed it. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.